I got these numbers up on my mind and I'm gonna solve them. You will find its proportions all on the board. It's these proportions. Let's get a high score. Okay, so in this video, ETU team, you guys are working and coming up with the solutions and we're going to find it. But we're going to do two things in this video. So the very first thing is I'm going to show you our cross multiplication so we can check our proportional relationships just to see if it has a relationship or does it not, like it was catfishing, right? And then the second thing I'm going to do is to tell you how to solve to find the proportion in case it's missing side or there's a variable or there's an X right there in it. Don't worry. First one, we need to see if the relationship is proportional. So we've done this part together. So we're going to do it quickly right now. So I'm going to give you a very easy one, but we already talked about how this is the same shape and it has the same properties. It has four angles, four sides, four angles, four sides, but it's two different sizes. And so when we have the things at two different sizes, we're going to see if we can find the scale factor or what it is being multiplied or divided by in order to see if it's proportional. So this is going to be very simple. I'm going to give you a 1 and a 4, and I'm going to go 3 and 12. Now, some people can quickly do this in their head, and that's great. But the purpose of this is for us to review the cross multiplication piece in order for us to find out if something is proportional or not. So I have 1 by 4 here, and I'm going to change this to a fraction. I'm going to wonder if it's equal to this other fraction, which is 3 over 12. So this multiplication method, or this method, is cross multiplication. That means I'm looking across. And then I'm looking across. And if you notice, I've made a crisscross applesauce. Don't you know what? Okay. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to multiply them. So I'm multiplying 4 times 3, and I get 12. Then I'm going to go 12 times 1, and I get 12. And since these numbers are the same, that means that this is a proportional relationship. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, you did it. You got it. We're doing it right. Proportional because we have same. Once again, we did multiplication. Let's check out another one. Using the same senses here, I'm going to go ahead and keep my 1/4 here. I'm going to go ahead and make this 5/24. Okay. Let's set up our fraction. 1 over 4 equals 5 over 24. Let's get this cross multiplication going, baby. So we go across and we go across. 4 times 5 is 20. 24 times 1 is 24. These numbers are not the same. You was catfished. It's not proportional. Got it? Very simple. So that's what I said we're going to do in one. We're just going to work on our cross multiplication just to see if it's proportional or not proportional. But here's the second piece. What do I do if I have, let's say I have my sides here, and I'm going to work with 2 and 3, and then I have my side here, which is 21, but this is an X. I've got to find out what this X is. Well, of course, we can do the other ways, but we're going to go back to our cross multiplication, baby. I mean, if it's working, we're just going to stay with what works, right? So I'm going to go ahead and create my fraction, which is 2 over 3 equals. I'm going to still create my fraction, but I don't have a number here. I'm going to put my variable, which is an X, here, and then I'm going to put my other number, 21. So I still have my cross multiplication here. Well, 21 times 2 equals Yeah, I'm working it out too. That is 42. 3 times x equals 3x. And we need to know this because we're going to be diving into algebra. So we're not going to skip no numbers or nothing. Everybody gets respect. So we now have 42 equals 3x. 42 equals 3x. I'm going to write it here. 42 equals 3x. How can I find out what 3x? How can I find out what x is without the 3? I'm going to divide by 3, and whatever I do on one side, I must do on the other. And I'm going to divide this by 3. When I divide 3 by 3 here, x is by itself. But 3 divided by 42, come on, I know y'all got it. I know you got it, is 14. So in this case, x equals 14. I know that's a lot of writing, so let's go ahead and do this one again. We're going to slow it down and make it easier, okay? So that was just the introduction. Let's try 9 over 12 equals 6. And it's unknown. We don't know. We know whatever 9 into 6, they're together, but this 12 and x, right? So let's go ahead and set up our cross multiplication. 12 times 6, let's work it out, babies. I've got a 72. So 12 times 6 equals, I'm going to put over here, 72. 9 times x equals 9x. So 9x equals 72, but I've got to figure out what x is by himself. Like x is independent. All my variables are independent. Put your hands up with me. So x wants to be by himself, herself, whatever it is. So we're going to divide by 9, both sides. So x is now by itself. 9 and 9 cancel. But 72 divided by 9 is what? It's 8. So in this case, x equals 8. Or I could put right back up here. This 8 goes here, and you're going to end up having a proportional relationship. What? Yeah, we did that. We did that. One more. Let's go. Hey. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Hey. Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's go, let's go. Hey. Okay. Let's go. 4 over 10 equals x over 25. Got it? Let's go ahead and set up our cross multiplication. 4 times 25 is 100. 10 times x is 10x. Okay, so we need to isolate the x. X wants to be independent. All my variables independent. Throw your hands up with me. So in order to become independent, we're going to use the number against itself. We're going to divide it by 10. Whatever you do on one side, you must do on the other side. So we're going to divide this by 10. 10 divided by 100 divided by 10 is, I hope you told me, the answer is 10. Yes, x equals 10. In this case here, we put in 10. 10 times 10 is 100. 4 times 25 is 100. We have a proportional relationship. Relationship. Oh, I've got a proportional relationship. All right, that's what we're doing. That's what we're working on. These are your notes so you can keep up with this. Peace out. It's your turn. Let's make it happen. Make it happen.